Johnny Mosley here for Peter Glenn Skiing Sports. Ripping around with my friend Camille. She's been testing the women's gear, particularly this K2 Mindbender 88Ti Alliance. Camille, what was your first impression of the ski?
First impression was I loved these skis. I thought they were super playful. They were very responsive. I feel like with the women's ski, in my experience, sometimes they can be a little bit too soft. You have a tendency to kind of push through them a little bit.
Yeah.
I felt like this technology was responsive.
Yeah.
You know, I would input and then it would respond back, which I really loved. They were super playful.
Yeah.
And I felt like I could still really hold an edge.
Playful is a term I love in a ski.
Yeah.
I know these skis well because I ski the men's version, and they also have a lot, what you're feeling as far as edge hold, because there's a lot of technology in here. Particularly, you'll see this ridge on the ski. This is how they run the Tietenal in what they call like a Y-beam. So it runs up the edges of the skis and leaves it out of the middle, which allows the ski to have torsional rigidity. So when you go to hammer it, and Camille's a very good, incredible like alpine race style skier, so she really gets that ski up on edge and pressures it, and she's saying it comes back well, which is good. In the tail, what they've done though is that can be a little overpowering if you have a ton of metal in the tail. So they've taken the metal and just kind of made a strip down the bottom, so that if you are out there, you know, cruising in variable terrain or powder, you can get that playful feeling. So the tail will soften out a little bit if you need to throw them sideways, or every time I'm skiing with Camille, she's doing little ollies, trying to test the back or ride it or nose press. And that's kind of how I like to ski too. I like to get serious in the flats, and then if there's a little side hit, I like to go. So, all right, and then what about sort of, how do you feel about the size?
The size I like, this is a 163, I'm 5'6", and generally I would ski a little bit longer, but I liked it. I liked the 163 surprisingly. Like I said, they're really versatile and responsive, and I can put this ski wherever I want it to go.
All right, cool. Sometimes what I do is if I'm confused at height and you are just gonna buy online, is you can see it's like right to her eyebrow about. And so you can kind of measure yourself against the wall and figure out how many centimeters you are, and then get a kind of idea of what size you might like. I think if you like to make shorter turns and really get dicey on the flats, then maybe right around like chin length. If you're more of like want to let it run and you ski a little softer snow, maybe right at the head or above. Because remember, all these skis have a little bit of rocker in them. And rocker is amazing. That's what allows the tip to float up, and it's also in the tail. So don't be afraid to go a little bit longer, because the real running surface of the ski is a little bit shorter than what it says as far as 163 or 164 or 165. All right, there it is, the Mindbender 88Ti Alliance. Thank you, Camille.
Thank
Been
you,
fun
Johnny.
ripping around with you. Oh, sorry.
I didn't know if we could even do this.
All right, thank you, Camille. Nice job. Johnny Mosley and Camille for Peter Glenn Skiing Sports, testing all the gear. Get it before you go. Have a great winter.